Everybody, it's Mark coming to you with another broadcast of Axis Empires TK, April 1943. You can see the turn is right here. Now, this is going to be a mud turn. I decided to showcase some of the features here of this module. You can put the weather on. It shows you that it's, in this case, you can look at the weather. You can see it's storms in the desert, mud in the north. So in TK, it's pretty clear where the weather is here. All right, you got storms down here. So it's not going to be effective to attack this turn very much, or to put defensive air up if that's what the Germans were thinking of doing. As you can see, unfortunately, they're being forced back pretty well, I'd say, by the Allies. This guy's out of supply right here. This guy's occupying Port Said. Is that what they say? Said, Port Said. He's occupying that, but we've got some Germans coming over here, some mixed troops really, to try to help prevent a disaster here. But actually, looking at this, I really couldn't leave Beirut. Well, no, that's a friendly country now, so yes, that's a friendly port. So I don't need to occupy it. Okay. Minimal defenses here. This HQ is really out of position. I need to hold on to that though. So poor Germans really in trouble around here. They need to get troops over here, and they need to get supplies over here. Probably more important that they get troops over here than supplies this turn. I do have some stuff that I can bring over. And that's probably what they're going to do. Anyway, that's the weather. So we got mud up here, storms down here. And just manipulate that up here with this. Show weather zones. Those are the weather zones. And then we can hide the weather highlights. And it's back to normal. But now we know that there's mud up here. Mud means you can't leave zones of control. So there's nothing that's going to be happening up north. So what are the Germans doing? Okay, well, an option card, we know it's just a very basic card. There's nothing that needs to be done with it. Political events, nothing. Support. It's not a seasonal turn, so I can't do. I might start doing some of these commerce raids, but not right now, not this turn. What other support can I do? Well, the usual. What's the sub situation like? I've got a bunch of subs. And in the delay box, what have we got? Let's check it out. We've got, yeah, here we go. 2 subs here. And then the sub fleet, there's one. And there's another one. So I do need at least 1 sub for a sub fleet next turn. Or no, not next turn. Yeah, I got plenty of subs. Don't need to worry about the subs. All right. So we send them out. The usual attack strategy here. Okay. We're going to initialize these dice a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I like to don't trust the vassal die roller really, but it's a lot easier if I use it for this purpose. All right. So those are the sub patrols. That's in the support segment. Do we want any other supports? Well, due to the weather conditions, the air units are not that effective in the in this time of year. I should be able to, if I can get this guy in supply, then he can withdraw to here. I can go up on the line here. But the only way to get him into supply is use a supply convoy. So flip that over to supply. What? Oh, well, it was a supply convoy. Doesn't look like a supply convoy. Okay, it is. So they're supplying from Athens to Alexandria and Beirut. Everything's in supply. But I need troops, so I might need to use that troop marker. Here I've got it. Troop support convoy. I've got a key port here. That means I can place it here in the central med. Adriatic Sea Zone. Why did they move that out? I guess there's no room for it. Okay. There we go. So now we've got an opportunity for troops. Malta doesn't really need a step. If I can, look at all this stuff here. Italian coming in, Panzer. Here we go. I'm going to be able to put a detachment there. Should be able to flip that. There we go. Tink. And get some Germans down into Alexandria. Okay. So that's the only other support option I want. The Italian fleet is here. Is it? Where is it? There it is. In Gibraltar, the German fleet is here. Okay, but we're just doing sub-patrols. All right, so first sub-patrol is the Italian. Rolls a 4. All right, so rolled a 4. I had to look up the chart. It's a big ship spotted here. You can see down here. Let me make a note here. I'll use this box here. Red box. Big ship spotted. Lowest speed factor. So we got to go and look at that. Put the cursor back on. Okay, then we release that. All right. So that's a small ship. Small ship. So it's going to have to be in the actual fleet. There it is. The Britannia. So one shot on the Britannia. With a 1, it missed. And this goes to the naval delay box. Okay, the next sub. German subs. 6. Ooh, I don't even know so sure I get anything with that. Small ship spotted. Lowest speed factor. There's a 2. There's one with a 4. There's not much any cruisers that are smaller than that. So here's the shots. 2 shots on it. Missed. And they go to the naval in the box. And finally, the next sub patrol is a 2. That's a little better. I think that's a carrier, actually. That's the carrier spotted. Attack the carrier with the lowest speed factor. So what do we got? We got the Hermes in there. That's going to be the lowest one. 2 shots on the Hermes. If this is normal, the poor British carriers take a hit. Okay, Hermes, can you survive it? 2. Well, defense factor's 2, so damage factor 1, defense factor 2. I think if it's equal, they're destroyed. Let me just double check that. Right, couldn't remember. Yeah, if you equal the defense factor, it's sunk. So, goodbye, cruel world. That's Daisenso. So, yep, the Hermes is sunk. Deleted. Got to be another carrier sunk. I got the Zeppelin back now. I can probably do something. All right, let's get me moved over here. Okay, so that's it for those. I could do an air raid. Do I want to try an air raid? I got plenty of air. If I'm going to air raid, the time is now. Problem is these guys are in the East Africa box. I can't air raid them. I don't even have an air raiding unit over here. I've got that. That's pretty lame. No air raids there. Maybe against the Russians? Have an air raider? Yeah, I could air raid here. See if I can get lucky. I'll do an air raid here. 1 air raid per turn. I believe that's the allowed amount. CRT. It doesn't really have it on here, but I think it's in the support segment is where you can do air raids. Let's take a look at the support SK8 cards, air raids, Axis Commerce raids. No, that's not it. Base attacks, that's it. During a support segment, we do one base attack as long as I have an air force in my reserve pool. So I'm going to try it. We're going to try to air raid from, where's my air raider? Oh yeah, the 3-5. He's going to try it, and he rolls a 2. I get 1 combat round, so 3 shots on his air. Maybe I could shoot it down. Here we go, 3 shots. 1, 2, 3. No. This goes to the used asset bucket. Oh, you know what? I can't do an air raid because I couldn't trace the air unit path. It's mud. So no air raids in the mud. So forget that. Nice try, boys. Nice try. All right, that's the end of that. So let's go to the next phase, which is organization and movement. I'll pause it here to take care of that. Okay, that's really it for the German. We reinforced a little bit down here and get some colored markers here. So make sure that we've got this covered. Now that there's some partisans here, you see that one little step made a huge reaction for the Germans here. They have to cover that stuff. All right, so that was done. Couple minor shifts over on here. They've got a containment force down here to stop this, but the incursion has already done its damage. Also, they don't have an HQ, so that's always going to be an advantage. It's possible the Allies won't be able to do much this turn, but I wouldn't count on it. They're going to try to reopen that Suez Canal, that's for sure. That's really something that they want to do as a priority before going any further towards Egypt. That's my guess. Thinking out loud here. All right. No changes anywhere else really in Russia. Didn't do much. Maybe built up a couple units. So that's it. Let's look at the sequence of play. Combat, we didn't have any reserve movement, final admin, conditional events. We should always look at these. Alliedment or country conquest, no. I'm not occupying any of my miners, no. Oh yeah, let's see. Needed to build this up. Activate his axis, send to the force pool, flip this guy down up here. He's fine. Actually, he could cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Toulouse, he could have made it to there. Let's not leave any stone unturned. Option card cards, there's nothing here. Axis don't have any more option card things going on. That's it. So now we're on to the Western Allies as we look at the card for them. Lend-Lease, they've already done all of this. So do they want to do any kind of air raid? What have I got for support units? You only want to do these air raids, in my view, if you've got extra. I don't even have any air support units, so you can forget that. So no air raids for them. Attacks. Let's see what kind of movements and rebuilds they've got. It might be possible. Do they finally have? Not yet. They still don't have a big army. It's not coming in until when? There's the first army. Where's the 8th army? Let me check something out here. Just 1 second. The 8th army doesn't come in until Crusader, so no, I don't. Do I want to take Port Said? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3. I definitely want to come across here. Let's just do this like that. I can build an army here or here. Let's Two-step unit. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I want to lose any steps. We're just going to hold off. We're just going to hold off on that. So no attacks there for the Western Allies. That means they really don't have anything else to do. So we can look at their permanent conditions. Sledgehammer, French Liberation, not relevant. Sledgehammer, Torch, Market Garden, none of those. And Avalanche, not that either. Option cards, those were the option cards. Permanent, reactivation, no. Liberation, finest hour presence threatens already done. Reduced U.S. impact, not effective. France rises, Lend-Lease to France. Internment, Mediterranean. Okay, there's nothing. There is nothing. That's it. So now we go to the Ruskies. You can go to the Russian card. Relocate. Okay, so we do have to do a conference table. And the conference table is here, TK aid card. CRT sequence of play. Where? Conference table. +2 on the conference table for Axis Tide. And there's no other option. All right, so +2. We rolled a 6 military aid. Well, military aid means I can push something down on the chart as I have no miners that can do anything. If you look at the Russians, Poland has been conquered. So military aid. Might be a good idea to push this air unit down 1. Move the air unit there. Okay. That's that. Support weapon, support weapons, support units. This is not ASL mark, it's Axis Empires. Okay. Now, they're not going to do anything with the fleet right now, not in the mud. So, what are they going to do? Do they want to do any attacks? Yeah, they might want to attack down here to make it harder to get over to Kiev. So if oh, they can't move. So I got the only thing I can do a 9 to 4. That's a 4 to 1. In the mud makes it a 3 to 1, 2 to 1 because of that, and then a 3 to 1. You can do a 3 to 1 on them. Yeah, I think that's worth it. We'll do that. Okay, so that would be dink, dink, dink. Okay. This can move over. Where can this move to? Oh yeah, that's going to be rebuilding him. So send that to the force pool, flip that over. Any other flippages I can do? Yeah, there's just not. Over here. Yeah, that should be an HQ if I've got one. I do not have one yet. Yes, I do. Here we go. That can all go back and flip that to a 3-factor HQ. Do I want to do any more attacks on the Romanians to annoy them? Yeah, why not? 3, 6, 9, 12. This guy's freed. Where does he want to go? He'll go down here to help guard the Crimea. Basically, the Russians are trying to guard these 2 and Germans want to take back that and get those two. That's exactly what they want to try to do. They probably won't get Cairo back, and they want to try to hold on to Baghdad this summer. Those are the keys. All right, let's do these attacks. So we got a 3-1 here with a 2. 2 on the 3-1 is a DR1 that turns into exchange. So they'll have to take an exchange hit here. Maybe they should do it up here. And this guy, they can retreat. They'll just retreat. And then they'll advance in. They still didn't cut off the actual route, but they're getting close. The Germans have a lot to do to clear out this mess. They have a lot of work to do to get everything they want to get done. That's for sure. Okay. Well, let's see what they can do. All right. They can take. Minsk is still theirs. So I don't have Minsk. Oh, that was the mistake. I only have Kiev. So if we look at what I was doing with these control areas, I thought I had Minsk, but I don't. This is not taken. Gives me the Germans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have London and Cairo now. 7 for Kiev, but they've lost Königsberg. They're down to exactly 6. Okay, it's pretty severe. All right. So that attack was done. Now this attack, 3, 6, 9, 12 to 2, 6 to 1, down to a 4 to 1 with a 3. 4 to 1 with a 3 is. That's going to be an exchange and lose a step. So the Russians, hmm. I don't know if I want to lose any. I'll lose the HQ step. And he has to flip and retreat. And they can advance up. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so now it's reserve moves. All right, this guy can go over here to cover that. This guy really wants to cover that. 1, 2. I forgot to move him. So, yeah, but I don't want to go any further than. I really don't want to go any further than that. I'm going to keep him there. All right, up here. I've got that covered. He's probably going to get lost, but I want to make him pay for it. Because I can supply. Oh yeah, I didn't move these guys up. 6, 9, 12, 14. I need one more, so I just need. I'm going to do a 2 to 1, but not in the mud. Okay. I've taken over all of those ports. Oh, except I needed to leave one there because that's still Finnish port. Don't want to leave it open. Okay, so I'll leave that there. Should be careful, actually. This is still a free port. Germans could conceivably get sneaky and try to take that hex. Think about that. A lot of sneaky things you can do in this game. It's a game for sneaks. Okay, I'd say that's it for the Ruskies. So, let's reserve movement. Yeah, that's done. Okay. Now we should just scan. I'm not going to scan this every time, but look at the conditional events. Reactivation miners, no. Emergency mobilization. That should have been done a long time ago. Better make sure it's done. I got these in from some other way, so. Did I ever do this? I think I did this from before. Hang on. Yeah, I had done all these before, so I'm just going to get rid of them. All of this is gone. That probably means that the allied ones are still in place. Yeah, there they are. These are all done as well. Just delete all that. Okay. And that would be true for the Germans as well. Huh. Where's the outbreak of war for the Germans? Must be down here. Ah, yeah, these are all in as well. I'll delete them. Okay. Good. That's all taken care of. Going back to these Russians. Border defense irrelevant. Russia rises. No problem. We don't have any lend-lease right now. Okay. And then option cards. The Russians don't get anything special. That's it. That will do it. So we can get now into the delays. Oh, those shouldn't have gone there. Delete those. All right, so nothing but axis. All right, so the air unit -2 comes in next turn. Perfect. And the 2 subs. First one, second one. One comes in 2 next turn. One comes in 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. And the Italiano, 1 turn. They just never stop coming. All right. Now, look at this, gentlemen. We go into the start of the next turn. Gentlemen and ladies, excuse me, there might be a lady or two out there. Didn't mean to be rude about that. Okay. So, let's get this figured out. All right, axis force pool. So, sub, midget subs, another air unit, 4 air units for the Germans. Don't know if they have another one coming in. They probably do. Yeah, they got another unit coming in. They got all 5 of them. 342 comes in as well. I can come in up here. Right, Germany. And they get this, which they better put on the Russian front. Let's put it, yeah, we'll put it right there. Okay. Need to hammer the Russian front, but, oh no. What happens over here? Now let's look at the Russians first. The Russians get their Air Force back. So send to the force pool. This goes to the force pool. And this, they will put, where do they want that? Maybe need it in the south. A good place is probably Dnipropetrovsk. All right. British Air Force. This one goes to the British. There's an Air Force. And then I get another French slow boat. We'll put it with this one. Okay. And the Warspite comes back. I think I better put that over here. And the U.S. commitment level. Aha. That's very important. The U.S. commitment level is now 1, and U.S. is end trade. So I think all that means is we pull off, well, certainly, we definitely pull off the isolationism. And I'll quickly look at the rules for those 2 markers. Okay, so what we do is we put the USCL level increase 1 year ahead of time, and we've moved this up from 0 to 1 over here. That gives another +1 to the delay. So what we want to do is put a +1 marker here to keep track of it. Let me grab. There it is. Okay, so and the Westerns, they get a -1 as well. That's also important. So the Western Allies are equal to the Germans at this time. Okay, but the Germans are going to be focusing on Russia. All right. What's left in the box? That's it, everything. So it's going to be the, well, this thing flips so we can keep track of the turns, but it's going to be the German turn. And let's reveal the cards. So we know it's 6. We have 6. We have 6 to 8, so we're still at 2 VP. Okay, the marker doesn't change. And we now reveal what's happening. So spear-appointed minister is discarded. The next case is case blue, of course. Okay, so we don't really know what they're doing yet, so we won't mess with that. But case blue, we get, ooh, a logistics marker. That's really handy. Okay, and a bunch of steps. So that will take care of this turn. Thanks for watching. As ever, this has been unscripted, unapologetic, uncensored, and psychologically immune from social media scoring. Marcana, Hothead, Thundermouth. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please like. If you watched this all the way through and didn't like it, wow, I'm impressed. Maybe you should subscribe anyway. All right, thanks everybody. See you next time.